Right now, there's an art class in Minnesota where the painting is only part of the craft. It's what's being painted on and with that's part of a much bigger picture. Jessica Hart explains in tonight's Lifting Voices.
I have some hides here.
Stories aren't always told through books.
You start in the middle and you work out.
Stories are sometimes told through art.
It's a gift and I embrace it.
An art Fern Cloud has mastered.
I've been doing this for 30 years, traditional buffalo hide painting.
Hide painting is how Fern's ancestors told their stories.
A lot of people do hide painting.
But none of those people quite like her.
Doing it just the way our ancestors did, using buffalo bone brushes, willow sticks, natural paint pigment. These are the bone brushes. If you pick one up and look at it, you'll see it's like a sponge. It's porous.
No stores centuries ago, but fields of buffalo.
Using every part of the buffalo was essential, I think, for our survival. And we honored the buffalo.
Nothing wasted.
So this is the genius of our ancestors, of using natural things.
So she wastes nothing.
Our people use these as containers for putting paint in there. It could be at a joint.
Fern serves as the ligament between past and present.
I always say every time I work on a hide, I feel a connection to my ancestors and all those, that came before me.
A connection she doesn't want to fade away.
I've never met another Dakota hide painter. I'm sure they're out there, but I've never met any.
It's why she introduces new people
The willow stick has this porous center.
to old techniques.
So I can make this real sharp for a fine, or just leave it dull for a line.
This is really hard to do, especially using the traditional tools. So I have a lot of respect for traditional hide painters.
Genesis Fonder is learning her hands aren't always in control.
I think that it makes a more unique product because you don't have as much control.
And that's the beauty of reviving an age-old art.
My passion is to preserve what our ancestors created. I really don't know where they would find this information. Wow, that's interesting that you did the background all green. I really like that.
So Fern keeps painting,
This is going to be a flower.
planting seeds of her people's story
Really good to see.
along the way.
Once you worked with bone brushes, it's just so fun.
In St. Paul, Jessica Hart,
Very nice.
KARE 11 News.
Fern is always looking to teach and is available to host classes. You can see her work on display at the Minnesota Historical Society.